sound like little creatures. I think of them, because of my background, like powder. Like, do proteins, the way that you're talking about them, sound like little creatures? I think of them, because of my background, like powder, like just sort of inert molecules, which clearly, judging by the way that you're talking about them, they're not. I've seen them animated before as having like articulatable shapes, and they actually move. Is that accurate?
Well, that's essentially it. It's super exciting when you realize that proteins aren't just blobs or powders in the cell. They're actually little machines, like Pac-Man, that go around and they can change the function of other things. They can package the DNA. And what they do is they create chemical reactions that normally would take 1 billion years to happen. This is what an enzyme does. It accelerates reactions. And so we've got about 20,000 different types of enzymes in the body, and they do different things. But what we've discovered over the last 20 years is there are certain types of enzymes that help package the DNA and help with the DNA repair. These are the ones that are doing the ping pong game. And without those, we're screwed. We basically will age more rapidly. Conversely, what's really exciting is we've discovered that you can make them more active to make sure the DNA is packaged correctly and the repair is very efficient. And there are ways you can do that: exercise, dieting, being hungry. They allow these enzymes that control our body and make us healthier. They make those enzymes much more active. So instead of a Pac-Man doing this, you exercise, you diet, take a molecule that we work on, and it'll go around and fix everything much more efficiently and keep you younger for longer, we think.
Why do you use the Pac-Man analogy, which makes me think of it's eating something? Is that what's happening? Is it eating cells that have a level of senescence, or is it more Bob the Builder and it's going around tearing some things apart, putting some things back together?
Yeah, it's more like Bob the Builder, but I think a good example for at least the enzymes that we work on, called sirtuins, that protect the body, they're like a little tiny pair of scissors. They clip off chemicals. Called acetyls. And in doing so, when they clip off the acetyls off those packaging proteins, the DNA gets more compact. And that's called gene silencing. And over time, as we get older and through this DNA damage process, the sirtuins get inactive, they're distracted by DNA repair, and the packaging of that DNA, that hose spooling, starts to loosen. And now genes that have no business being on in the brain come on, and partly I believe that's why we have these diseases of the brain.